Good morning. Today we will be practicing a yoga flow. I'm hoping that today finds you willing to move into your energy, willing to inspire some heat, and move with whatever you have showing up for you today. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm going to give it a minute or two for everybody to join, and then if you're ready to get started, please feel free to sit on your mat and just begin your breath work. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you, and I appreciate some of the feedback you've been giving me, so it is helpful since I'm not with you physically to really feel or understand what your feedback might be. It's always really helpful when you give me a little feedback afterwards. That's been really nice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leanna, for hosting us in this practice and giving us an opportunity to practice. Today is Finding Your Flow. If you're just coming on, today's flow is about inspiring energy or energetic movement in the body, so you might experience some more heat. This is an all levels class, so everyone can feel free to participate. If you are a beginner, you might find this a little more challenging in that we will get moving and flowing without as many breaks. So I want you to always feel free to practice at the level that works for you. So you're not here to do anything but inspire that good energy of flow. Whatever shows up for you, you are accepting and flowing with. So we're not going to fight anything, we're going to accept and move with. So a lot of examples of that might be when you imagine being at the ocean, and no matter what is in the ocean, who's in the ocean, what's in the ocean, it is flowing naturally. It is continually moving with the movement of energy in the ocean. So we're going to feel like that, or a river. If you've ever been at the side of a river or in a river rafting, that movement always feels so powerful and inviting. And today I want you to feel that within you. So again, if you have yourself ready to go ahead and sit on your mat, get comfortable, easy cross-leg pose, and we will start that journey inward, inspiring energy. So today's class will be a little challenging again, as it will actually be turning to the back of the mat and forward, so you're not always going to necessarily be looking at me in the practice, so you might have to trust some of the verbal cues, and I'll do my best to make sure that you are hearing what I'm trying to share or articulate as well as possible. All right, are you guys ready? Let's go ahead and just begin some nice breath work. So the flow of breath work is where it starts and where it finishes. So just like the ocean waves coming and going, I want you to experience your breath coming and going. Close your eyes. Invite that full energy of the wave coming in and going out. Good. And just continue. Again, this experience today will be a sense of fluidity. So everything that moves feels like it's easy or fluid-like, that you are moving with. Whatever energy rises with you today. So that will be different every day and different for all of you out there. So again, it's a journey with you and your energy, a fluid, physical motion. So when you're ready, let your head drop and begin some half circles, releasing energy at the back of the neck. And just noticing how you feel today as your breath comes and goes and continues moving throughout the practice. The next time your head rolls to the right, let's keep it there. Lean into the body at the right. Let your right hand fall to the earth. And then slowly swing that left arm over your head and invite a big breath into those outer left ribs as you reach Good, drop that arm down in front of you. Sit up tall, both hands out to the sides again. Left ear reaching over your left shoulder, and then lean the body to the left. Left hand on the floor, right hand reaching over your head, and then inviting that full breath into your right side. And dropping the arm in front of you. Both hands are going to rise over your head as you inhale, look up, reach up. And then watch the hands come together and bring them into your heart as you exhale. Let's try that again. Inhale, full extension of the arms over the head. Look up. Watch the hands gather together and into the heart. Good. Stay right here. Take a moment. Breathe in by pulling the hands to the back of the room, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then emptying the breath as the hands come back in front of the heart. Let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands together. And we'll do one more, nice and big this time. Maybe pause a little longer with the shoulder blades squeezing. Exhale, bring your hands together. Let's fold the hands together and roll the wrists, preparing to get on our hands and knees next. So just a nice big roll of those wrists. Keep your elbows down and go a little bit bigger. One more deep breath here and exhale. And then push the hands away from you, drop your head towards your heart, and round the spine, tuck the tailbone, full up into those outer shoulder blades coming apart. On your next inhale, reach the hands still gathered together above you, look up, and then bend the elbows about 45 degrees and pull those laced up hands behind you as you look up. Good, reach the hands up, palms together, and then I want you to turn the hands out to the outer walls. Good, let's drop just the right hand, keeping the hand reaching back, and then reach right back up. Both hands turned out, let's let the left arm come all the way back. Good, all the way up, we'll be doing that again. Let's try it, palms facing each other with a deep breath. Exhale, turn them to the outside walls, and now pull both back. Full range of motion. Feel your shoulders, big stretch here. And then everybody just shake your arms out when you're done. Let's come onto our hands and knees, cow-cat when you're ready. We'll place our hands directly underneath our shoulders, spread those fingers out wide, knees right underneath your hips. And again, when you're ready, start that spinal rolling series. So, I think if you're going to choose just to do one yoga asana vinyasa every single day, I would think cow-cat might serve you in the fullest expression, because if we move and create health, energy flow, and space in our spine, everything else seems to work better. So I want you to do two more, but I want you to take deeper breaths and take your time moving the spine so it comes into a full mobility range of motion. And we'll finish in cat. Our toes will be curled under. We'll hold cat just a little longer. Breath is out. And then sit back over your heels, pushing down. So you're just going to feel this nice stretch in your feet here. We're going to be working quite a bit in pivoting our feet today, because we'll be traveling back and forth on our mat, facing back and facing forward. So I want you to make sure you've created a nice environment for those feet to move in a healthy way. We're coming back to table. Pick up your feet off the floor and turn your ankles in the biggest circles you can. Try flexing and spreading the toes while you do it. And let's reverse 3 more times in the opposite direction. Go even bigger in your range of motion. Good, and then point the toes. Come into full child's pose. Hands reaching out in front of you. Ears dropping all the way down. Press into the mat. Push down into the heel of your hand and lift the fingertips as high as you can. Take a deep breath. Good, side stretch, walk to the right, go as far as you can off your mat, keep going, push down into the floor, and then drop your nose to your knee. And then let's go to the other side and do the same thing, finding the flow of breath on this side. Nose all the way down. Great job. And then back to the center and a bigger push back with your hips. When you're ready, you'll slowly sit up. Place your hands behind you, just the fingertips on the mat, and raise up through your chest. Look up here, hold here, and some of you might press down a little more firmly into the shin bones and lift your hips for a quad stretch. Nice breath here, flowing in and out. Some of you are going to drop your head all the way back. Place your hips back on your heels, sit down, and come back to table with an extended right leg, pushing into the right toes and extending your heel. Good, lift your right heel up off the mat, look forward in extension, and try lifting your left arm for a pause here. Take one more flow of breath in and out. And then drop your hand. Let's go ahead and bend that right knee, lift the toe to the ceiling, and then direct the toe to your left shoulder. Keep lifting, keep reaching, full extension of mobility. And then we're going to take that right knee to the right shoulder. So keep it as high as you can. Look for it. Turn your head. Hold the extension. And then shoot your right foot all the way out to the right and drop it down. Roll onto the full foot and then lift your right hand up and open up. So look at your ceiling. Reach behind you. And then try to push into your outer right foot a little stronger as you open your chest. Good, drop your right hand down, and we'll bring that right knee in and take our left foot behind us, pushing through the toes. Lift up that left leg, lift up the right arm, so now you're in that challenge of holding balance here, but holding the flow of breath with. Good, gazes forward, one more breath, stretch it out. Drop your right hand, let's bend the left knee and raise the toe as high to the ceiling as you can. And then start to direct that left toe to your right shoulder. Keep going, keep lifting the knee and trying to touch your outer right shoulder. Nice, we're going to bring that left knee to the left shoulder. Keep it as high as you can as you travel there. Turn your head and look for it. And then extend the left leg out to the left, drop it down, foot is flat on the earth. And then when you're ready, lift your left arm, reach back, look up, and open your chest. Deep breath. Push into your outer edge of your left foot to get just a little more energy flowing. Exhale, drop your hand and bring your knees together. Good, let's squat at the back of the mat next. So neutral position, knees forward, feet about hip width apart, and we'll hold a squat. So just gaze straight ahead for a moment. When you're ready to balance, you'll bring your hands above your head. Again, lots of people practicing today at different levels. Could be you choose to keep your fingers down on the mat. Good, if you chose to lift up, try to articulate the spine to rise, the lower floating rib to come back towards the center, and the crown of the head, try to reach to the ceiling. We're all coming into a forward fold next, fingertips down, look down, drop your heels as you lift your hips. Roll to the outside edges of your feet as your toes lift high and bright. Roll to the inside edge of your feet, knees come together, toes still up. And then place all the toes down and lift your heels both as high as you can get them. Hold. Beautiful. Drop your heels now. Lift the front of the foot and only be on your heels as your toes stretch. Good. Let's drop our whole foot down now. Bend the knees a little deeper and draw your nose close to them. Come into your squat. Some of you might choose a modification like I'm in now, or full squat like we were in originally. Good, back to your fold. Head even closer to your legs. And back into the squat, looking forward. So modified or not, here we go. Let's come back into our fold. One more squat, everybody. And let's finish in the fold. You might choose to grab those calves and bring your nose as close as you can to your legs. Elbows are bent here. Place your hands on the floor. Let's come into our first down dog. Walk your hands strong out in front of you. Pedal your heels one at a time. Shake your head. One more time, dropping your heels heavy back towards the mat. And then place both heels as far back as you can. Bend the knees and start to pull the hips in an exaggerated manner all the way to the back of the room. So it feels like you're almost squatting into your legs. Drop your ears with ease. Shake your head. Look for a drishti behind you, between the legs. Where is there a drishti point that you can focus on every time our head is down today? Push into the balls of the feet to activate more glute power. And then shoot forward into plank. Knee plank is your option. Hold here for a full breath. Just like the waves of the ocean, our breath will never cease during our practice. Drop your right knee down. Take your left heel down. And then lift that left arm slowly, reaching over your head to the front of the room. Big stretch, everyone. See if you can drop your right ear even closer to your right shoulder and then lower the left arm even more. One more breath here. And we'll do all this on the other side. Back to plank for a full breath. Just getting the side body to open a little more. Left knee down, right heel comes down, and when you're ready, right arm shoots over your head to the front of the room. Feel that beautiful energy flowing from the tip of the right fingers to the outer right foot. Drop your left ear, drop your right arm a little lower as your ribs rise with breath. And then return to plank again, hold plank for a full breath. And then we'll all lean forward a bit, drop the knees, and come into an up dog with a slow release, extending the heart as we drop our nose. 3 cobras, pressing gently back through the spine and lifting the head. Exhale down. Elbows stay at the same width as your wrists as you rise and lower. Keep the lower back neutral and relaxed and toes on the floor as you lift up and down. Good. Cobra hold or up dog hold. Good. Take your time. Stay in the pose. See if you can feel more lift through the crown of the head. When you're ready, engage the core slowly as if to shrink towards the center and pull that energy back, sitting over your heels. Nice work, everybody. Let's come back into down dog and we'll take the practice to the top of the mat. When you're ready, lift your heels and tiptoe to the top of your mat. Drop into a forward fold, heels down when you arrive. Half lift, look out in front. Exhale to a forward fold. Half lift, look out in front, and let's squat together. So modification, elbows resting on your knees, looking forward. Otherwise, engage the core even more and lift the hands over your head for chair. Chair is a powerful pose, so you might think of the flow of your breath as being more powerful here. So connect to the breath, connect to the body through the breath. Inhale, powerful breath. Exhale. Good. On your next breath, reach up, straightening the legs, and back as if to try to move into a back bend that feels really good to you. Let's turn the palms out and release them behind us. Come right back out in front, palms facing each other, maybe even touching on the way up. Turn the palms out and reach behind you. We'll do that one more time. Try bending the knees. Reach the hands together up over your head. Turn the palms out and then come back through your full range of motion. Gather the hands behind you. Lace and lift them as you look up. Feel the shoulder blades get a little closer together and the heart have an opportunity to stretch and open as you gaze up. Good. Release the arms forward again. Come on up. And then let's bring them together into the heart. So let's practice a little heel pivoting here. Pick up your right toes and turn them out. And then pick up your left toes and turn them out. Good, let's bring our heels out, even with our toes now. Let's try it again. Right toes up, pivot out. Left toes up, pivot out. And then straighten the heels out one more time. Let's see if you can do it one more time. Lift up your right toes, pivot out, and then bend the right knee. So now you're in a lunge that would prepare you for your warrior two. Let's just briefly come into warrior two. Look over your front middle finger. Right toes are pointed in the same direction your right hand is. Left toes are pointed to the left. Good. Let's bring our right toes up, bring them back in, and place them down. Both toes facing forward. Bring your hands up and exhale to your heart. Pick up your left toe. Practice pivoting, left toes to left. Bend the left knee. You're in a lunge. Hold. And then bring those arms out and look. Right over your left middle finger. So toes on the left are pointed in the same direction as the left hand. Left knee is bent. Warrior two. Good. Let's pick up those left toes. Bring them back in. You've practiced pivoting. Everything should be good for you. Exhale, hands together and into the heart. Swing the head down. Come up brightly. One more time. Exhaling down. Coming up brightly. And we're going to bring our hands to our heart and then push out. So now you've got long limbs. I'm going to have you rotate to the right, bringing your right hand as far back as you can, and your left hand as far forward as you can in a twist. Inhale, face forward, hands up over your head and into your heart. Push out to the sides, long limbs, rotate to the left, hold the twist, extend your arms further away from center. Right hand to the front of the room, left to the back. Good, push through your feet, come back neutral, hands over your head. Look up, bring your hands to your heart. Hold the squat, push your hands out. So we're just getting ready for some of the flow that you're about to participate in. Go ahead and flatten those fingers. Good, cross your right arm over your left and come into eagle or hold your shoulders. Not so aggressive in the stretch, eagle is more aggressive. Good, bring your elbows up and hold the squat and look up. Feel that beautiful stretch in your lats. Exhale, bring your elbows down, all the way unwind the hands over your head. And hold the squat, arms out wide, left over right this time, eagle or hold your shoulders. Keep breathing here. Hold the squat, lift your elbows up, look up, feel that beautiful stretch in the middle back. Exhale the elbows down and drop the hands. Straighten the legs, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And let's heel toe. Practice pivoting a little more until your feet are right underneath your hips. So if you're not at the top of the mat, let's go ahead and get there. If you need to move any of your props. If you need a block, might be a good time to make sure it's out in front of you. So I'm going to have you just let your arms relax and float forward and back as we prepare to get a little more powerful. Palms are facing each other. Inhale, come up strong over your head, palms touch. Flip the palms out and reach behind you. Scoop even lower, palms together up over your head. Flip the palms out, come out behind you. And one more time, everybody, go as big as you can. Hold. Flip the palms out and down behind you. Swing into chair. Feel that powerful pose. Come and go with the breath. Connect to the breath. Connect to the body. Good. Exhale your hands this time. Hands behind you. Inhale, come up over your head. Stretch out brightly. Exhale, swan dive down. Arms wide. Stretch from a hinged hip down into a fold. Bend the knees, touch the floor. Inhale, half lift. Look out in front, fingers pressing into the shin bones. Exhale, down. Step back into down dog. Press back with the hips as you try to look for your drishti point behind you. Inhale into plank. Coming into up dog. And rolling nice and easy all the way down. Push back into child's pose. Stay here with a rest or run through another mini vinyasa plank. Maybe ready to add that chaturanga to up dog. Releasing the head and heart down and then pushing back into child's pose. Join me in downward facing dog. Exhale, flow with your breath. Walk to the top of the mat. Flow with your breath down into a fold. Half lift, look out in front. Exhale, bend the knees, push into the floor, and rise up to standing, hands over your head. Exhale, gather your hands in front of your heart. Keep the hands facing each other. Squeeze a lift all the way up. Flip the hands out and release behind you, followed by one more. Inhale, palms facing each other. Palms facing away and down. Chair, inhale and exhale. Find the power of the pose through your flow of your breath. Good. Squeeze the arms down on your next exhale. Come back up with a full stretch and hinge at your hips. Swan dive down to a fold. Half lift, look out in front and back to downward facing dog. Press back, look for drishti. Plank or chaturanga. Up dog and a release down. Push back to child's pose. Will you choose to rest or join me in another mini vinyasa? Plank, chaturanga to up dog, releasing the heart and head down and rolling back with your core strong. Joining me back in downward facing dog. And when you're ready, let's take it back to the top of the mat into a deep fold, head all the way by your knees. Half lift extension. Exhale back down. Press down with your feet. Rise up to standing, looking up, and hands into the heart. We'll add on to our practice now. Reach the hands out in front of you, palms facing in, palms facing out as you release. We'll repeat that one more time. Palms facing in, palms facing out. Chair, inhale and exhale. Inhale, brighter, stronger. Exhale, drop your arms. Inhale, all the way up, full body stretch. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, we will add on. Right foot comes back into a runner's lunge. This time we'll take a moment just to check in with the health of our hip, the energy flowing in and out through those muscles that connect to our lower backs and hips. Holding a runner's lunge, maybe adding a block under the right hand, coming into a twist next by flowing with your breath, left hand up. Look up. So my left knee is forward and my left hand is up. If you're doing the opposite of me, that's fine. Just stay in the flow of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Drop the left hand back and come right back up into the twist. We'll take it a little slower. This will also generate some heat in the body as we start to pick up pace. The next time the arm drops down, you're going to bring the arm up, look forward, push into your front foot as we start to pick up the right hand and come into warrior two. So I am facing away from you. That's just where I am today on this one, but I'll be facing you on the other side. Warrior two. My left toes and my left fingertips are facing the front of the room. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Find that powerful pose. Feel your feet pressing into the earth. Drop your tailbone. Hands over your head. Here's where that pivot's going to come in. Pick up your left toes and face them behind you and come into horse. Bring your heels in just gently. Inhale up, stretching legs and arms straight. Exhale into horse. Last time, up as high as you can. Hands stay together. Come into your heart and push the hands away from you. Good. So pick up your right toes, flip them to the back of the room, straighten out your left heel a bit, and you're in warrior two at the back of the room. So trust where you are. If you can't see me now, you're facing away, that's okay. Warrior two, stay in the pose. Find your right elbow, which is facing right over the top of your right bent knee in warrior two. Drop your right elbow down onto your thigh and take the left arm over your head in side angle pose. Trust the flow of your breath and your strength. Good. Drop that left arm down. Bring it right back up over your head and stretch. And then take your left hand as far away to the left on your mat down to the floor and reach your right hand out as well. Push your right hips away from you. Drop your ears between your biceps. More advanced pose. I'm going to have you bring the right hand right by the right foot and come into a full extension of the hips to the floor as the left hand comes up. Left toes are up, big stretch here. This is far more advanced. Return to both arms extended out, hips back up. And then we're going to float the hands towards the center of your straddled legs and fold, grabbing the ankles and coming down. Good, bend the knees, come up all the way over your head, reaching up high, star pose. Exhale into warrior two, facing the front of the room now. So now you can see me again. I'm going to pick up my right heel and bring my right hand forward to meet my left. Bring the pads of the fingers together. Exhale, extend the spine, body weight over the left front foot. Inhale, come up, spine is straight, reach up. Exhale like a wave, push forward from the chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push forward. One more time. Inhale, feel the flow. Exhale, push forward and drop your hands down in front of you. Step forward into a forward bow and just relax. Easy swing of your hips and your arms right to left. Just let it go here a bit. Head down. As if you just took a moment to jump on a raft. Rather than swimming with the energy of the flow, you are now just floating. Half lift extension when you're ready. Hold it a little bit longer. Take a moment to lift your tailbone so you feel your hamstrings. Exhale, drop your fingers, and we're going to take our left foot back and try all those moves. So here we go, forward and back. What's going on in the connections of your left hip and lower back? Runner's lunge when you're ready. Maybe you're going to take a block under your left hand. Hold the runner's lunge. When you're ready, look to the right, lift your right arm, hold the stretch. In this twist, we want to power through a flow of breath in and out. So we're trying to reach the tips of our fingers with those inhales. Swing the arm behind you as you exhale, come right back up into the twist. And then we're going to move on. Arm falls behind you, reaches out in front of you. And then we're going to try to lift that left hand as we push into our right foot and come into warrior two. Good, so take a moment, find your warrior two. Right toes and right hand facing forward, look over your front middle finger. Breath in and out, drop that tailbone, take your time to find the full position of warrior two for you today. Good, next breath, hands come over your head, pivot your right toes forward, bring your heels in a little and come into horse. Good, inhale, reach up right, fingertips, and back into horse. Go a little lower with those hips. Inhale up one more time and find a flow to your heart, hands together. Push the hands apart, hold, and then flatten through the wrists. Turn your left toes out and find warrior two, looking behind you. Trust your breath, trust your flow. Warrior two for another breath. Left elbow will come down onto the left thigh, right arm over your head, side angle pose. Feel your breath open you up. Right hand is going to drop to the floor all the way to the right. Left hand is going to come out as well. Press the pads of the fingers into the earth. Drop your ears and pull your hips away from you. Good stretch here. More advanced, slide the left hand next to the left foot. Bend the left knee toward the toes, dropping the hips and lifting the right arm up. Again, not all the poses are meant to be done. We're just doing whatever you are finding in your body today. If you're in the more advanced pose, drop your right right hand back, extend the hips back into the original stretch, and then everybody float to the center, dropping your head between the legs. Grab those ankles and pull your elbows apart. Drop your head, everybody, shake it out. Good, to lift back up, bend the knees, look forward, push into the floor and rise to star, hold star. Exhale into warrior two, facing the front of the room again. Beautiful warrior two, find the wave of this strength and breathe into it. And take your hands and bring them forward as you lift your back left heel. Reach out in front, pads of the fingers together. Exhale, strong core, reach out front. Body weight is in your right foot. Inhale, come up, big flow of breath. Exhale, push from the chest out like a wave of the ocean. Inhale, up again. Push from the chest, exhale. Bigger breath all the way. Last one. Push the wave out. Drop your hands to the floor. And let's step back to down dog. Choosing to rest or float into your plank or chaturanga. Up dog. Unwinding the spine, nose all the way down, and child's pose. Choose to stay in child's pose or another mini vinyasa, forward to plank, chaturanga to up dog. Rolling it down and pushing back into child's pose. Join me in down dog. If you need a break, you're taking it. Maybe jump or hop to the top of the mat. Exhale into a fold, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, rise up, arms over your head, big stretch, and into the heart. Let's start from the beginning and flow through our practice. Swing the hands, palms together over your head, flip them out and release behind you. Repeating that again. Inhale, hands over your head, flip them out and behind you. Inhale into chair, exhale, feel the power. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, the arms down. Inhale over your head. And swan dive, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands on the floor. Step the right foot back. And maybe a block under your right hand. Twist left hand up. Swing the hand behind you, right into warrior two. Push into your front foot. Open up. Left knee bent, looking forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, pivot the left foot forward, and come into horse. Drop those hips. Inhale, come up again. Exhale into horse, deeper. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, hands to your heart, hold the squat. And inhale, pushing the hands out to the sides. Inhale, turn the right toes to the back of the room. Look to the back, warrior two. Side angle pose, elbow drops, left arm over your head. And then drop the arms out wide to the left, extended arms, hips to the back, drop your head. And then maybe add the deeper lunge squat, dropping your right hip to your right heel and lifting your left arm to the ceiling. Look up. Return to extended arms with a lifted hip. And then flow into a straddle fold, hands on your ankles, elbows apart. Good, bend your knees, press into the floor, rise up to star, hold star. Exhale into warrior two, facing the front of the room. Inhale, pick up the back heel, swing the front right hand forward. Good, and then bring the pads of the fingers together and extend forward with a strong core. Exhale. Inhale, bring your body and arms up. Exhale, wave, push from the chest. Two more, up, up. And exhale, push. One more, feel that wave, feel the flow. Hands to the floor, step back to down dog, choosing a mini vinyasa. We'll return to downward facing Facing dog. Look for your drishti. Come back to the top of the mat. Push through the flow. Ride the energy you feel. Half lift. Exhale to a deeper fold. Step the left leg back. Runner's lunge. Prepare for a twist. Right hand up. Look up. Take a breath. Drop the arm behind you. Swing it out in front. Warrior two. Looking over your front middle finger, right hand, right knee bent. Inhale, arms over your head. Turn the right toes in, heels in, horse. Inhale, reach up even higher. And then a deeper, more powerful flow with the energy into horse. Inhale up, last time. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hold the squat. Reach the hands out, feel the stretch, and then warrior two to the back of the room. Looking over your front middle finger, left knee is bent. Drop your elbow, arm over your head, big stretch. You could even stay here as an option. Bringing your right hand as far away from you, off your mat, left hand as well. Drop your ears between and pull your hips back. Adding the more advanced squat lunge, dropping the left hip to the left heel and lifting the right arm up. Take another breath. And return to the not so deep but really gratifying lunge, and then walk back to that center squat, grabbing your ankles and drawing into a forward fold, wide leg. Elbows wider. Good. Drop into more of a strong push with your feet. Look forward and rise to star. Heels are pointed in, toes out. Exhale into warrior two, facing the front of the room. Good. Pick up your back heel, back hand reaches forward. Bringing the pads of the fingers together, and then a big exhale as you lunge forward. Feel your core take hold. Getting ready for the waves of the ocean. Inhale, arms up, head up, spine tall. Exhale, push from the chest. Inhale, two more. Push that wave. Feel the flow, connect to the body. Exhale, feel the heat. Hands to the floor, step back to down dog. Mini vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Look for your drishti. 3 breaths here. Notice your breath from the moment we started and connected to flow. We continued. We kept it consistent. Consistency allows the brain to be more efficient and less stressed, even when it's being challenged. So some of the poses may have been challenging to you, but if the breath flowed, if it stayed consistent, the body was probably more likely to receive it like it was flowing with the energy instead of against it. One more breath. Good. Drop onto your hands and knees. Bring your thumbs together under your heart. We're going to lift just one of your hands to the ceiling. Look up as high as you can. And then take that hand underneath the opposite shoulder. Reach across onto your ear. Turn your hand so your wrist is away from you. Push into your hand and roll back over the shoulder that you're on. So this is a great way to invite a flow of more energy into your shoulder blade. Maybe stretch your hand out to the top of the mat as you relax that arm that went underneath and across. And take your hand back down underneath the the elbow, and then come right back up into the original pose, looking at the ceiling, unwinding. Look up, and then we'll thread the needle on the other side. Bring your hand down, thumbs together, opposite arm. When you're ready, you'll lift and stretch and just feel the body invite space here. Ready to thread that arm underneath the opposite arm. Reach it across as far as you can. Lower your ear. Turn the wrist until it's away from you. Push into your hand and roll over that shoulder you're on. So you're feeling an invitation to breathe into some space you're creating there. You might stretch your supported hand out to the top of the mat and push down for a little different experience here. But we're still in the experience of inviting energetic flow or a sense of fluidity in the body. We're really not fighting too much with anything. We're accepting what our experience is and making the best of it. Take your hand back in front of your face, push down, and when you're ready, lift that arm back to the ceiling. Feel that body unwind here. And we'll go ahead and sit back over our heels. Good. So let's prepare to get onto our backs. When you're ready, bring your feet out in front of you. Scoot forward. Drop onto your spine. Knees into your chest for a nice stretch. Let's rock right to left when you feel like you've downloaded your body and relaxed. So our flow feels like we moved with some building energy. And now it's less, it feels more of a calm flow as we begin to take time to breathe slower. So we entered our river and it had some energy. And then it got into where it felt far more energetic, but we flowed with the rapids. And we jumped on a raft at one point and floated. And now we're bringing it back down, and the current is very gentle and easy to be with. Happy baby is next. Pull the knees apart, hold on to the shins, or lift the feet, holding on to them. Shoulders relaxed, gaze is soft, deep breath here. Again, we're still riding the flow of our breath, but we're taking time to lengthen it, especially our exhales. Bringing the legs together, let's hold on just to the right leg as we slowly extend our left leg to the mat, heel down, pull the right knee, and then when you're ready, have your left hand stretch the right knee across the body as you look to the right and bring your knee to the left. Hold the twist, one more breath. Any range of motion that feels like you're going with the flow. When you're ready, bring some strength and awareness to your core. Bring the knee back up. Left knee comes back up. Right leg straightens out and slowly lowers to the floor. Right heel all the way down. Right hand brings the left knee across. You're going to look to the left as your left knee twists to the right. Hold here. Feel the flow of your breath connect to your body. Use some awareness in the core to draw the knee back. One more hug of both knees, nose up to the knees. Pause. And drop the back of your head. Drop your feet together onto the mat. Open the knees. Soles of the feet pressing in, and then relax. Relax your hands over the belly. Close the eyes and feel the breath slowly flow and fill up the lower abdominal wall, and then the upper chest. And then feel the flow from the upper chest down into the belly as you exhale. Let's try that 2 more times. You should feel your lower hand rising, then your upper hand, and letting go. 1 more time. Take your time with this. Full expansion. And a nice release. And then finally, let's just make our way into our Shavasana. So find a comfortable rest. It could be constructive knee pose, knees together, feet wide, or that extended leg and arms out to the sides. Just Let it go, like you've just found the most wonderful raft and you are resting on it. Completely relaxed, just feeling the energy of flow beneath you that is a gentle current, and it's taking you with. Inhale and close your eyes, exhale. Feel your body resting, sinking into the current, feeling the energy gently taking you. Knowing wherever this current takes you that you will be okay. Let's go ahead and wiggle the fingers and toes and prepare for a new bright breath to fill up all the space that we've created with our practice today. Flow into a full stretch, fingers and toes moving away from you, opening up the body, holding the stretch, and then relaxing 2 more times just like that. When you're ready to breathe in, expand the arms and legs, feeling your toes and your fingertips even stretching. And then relax and drop into the earth. And one last time, a full breath, a full stretch, both arms and legs actively stretching. And relax. Good. Let's roll to one side and come back to a seated pose. Join me as we close class. Take a breath, letting your arms float over your head when you're ready. Let's watch them join. And then bring that energy right to your heart, watching with pinpoint vision as you bring your gaze to your own heart. Wherever you find yourself today, try to breathe. Start with the breath, end with the breath. And find yourself in a flow, going with rather than fighting. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.